Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every single Thursday morning I post a video covering everything vintage. Today we are going to take a deep dive into Team Rocket. We're going to check out First Edition and Unlimited and the booster packs, and then of course we're going to check our grails. You know, we got Team Rocket Returns today, we got Crystal cards, Shining, Gold Stars, we got a ton of cards we're going to check out today. And we do got to give thanks to our video sponsor today, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. This is my local game store that I go to and the #1 game store in all of Minnesota. I've actually been to them all. Nobody can really beat their variety. You can order from their site too. You know, they got stuff for everybody. Pokemon, sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, tons of video games and video game consoles. But they have one of the best selections of raw Pokemon cards that I have ever seen in the store. Every single time I come in there, they got something new. It's honestly a great time. You can go play the TCG. So definitely check them out. The links are in the description, and they're only located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities. So the next time you're in Minnesota, definitely check them out. And I have been getting a lot of comments and messages on Instagram asking about all the scalping drama and Cool Trainer Ryan drama. Just know this is a no drama channel. There are 50 other channels that do drama videos. There's a new one pops up every couple days and they sit and just make videos about each other. We don't do that here. You know, all I'm trying to do here is get us to save money so we can get more Pokemon boxes and cards. That's our entire goal for this channel. You know, I'm not a fan of scalping. To me, scalping is when somebody clears out something that's new. Even if you don't plan on selling it right away, if you clear out all the shelves just to sit on for investment wise, to me, that's still technically scalping. You got to leave some stuff for other people. You know, I don't like clearing out shelves. I never clear out shelves. I'm also not a fan of most mystery packs, and I'm also not a fan of box breaks. I did a box break before and I felt bad charging double what a pack costs. A pack that they could go to the store and get. I just don't like that at all. To me, a vintage box break makes more sense. You know, the packs could be weighed or even fake and stuff, so that makes a lot more sense. You know, it's legit. You're getting it from a trusted seller. But yeah, I do not like modern box breaks at all. Everybody should just save their money, open a few packs yourself, and then go buy singles. It's the best way to actually get the most Pokemon cards for the least amount of money. But yeah, no drama on this channel at all, ever. But all right, let's get to it. We are on eBay checking the recently sold. So I got Unlimited and First Edition in here. We're just checking the holo rares. So a Dark Arbok in a CGC 8.5 sold for $36. A CGC 9 sold for $44.99. We got a First Edition Dark Machamp. Does not say condition, $56.99. Then we got a Here Comes Team Rocket Holo PSA 9 sold for $40. Another Unlimited Dark Arbok and a PSA 8 sold for $35. That card's very, very affordable. The Secret Rare Dark Raichu says played condition, about $36 Unlimited. We got a Team Rocket Returns, which this should not be in here. PSA 8 $65 for the Dark Hypno. And we got an Unlimited Dark Dragonite Holo in a PSA 9 sold for $175, our best offer. We got a non-holo Dark Machamp. Love that Machamp card. Sold for $10. We got a First Edition Dark Dragonite non-holo. Says lightly played, sold for $21. That's a good price. Next, we got a SGC 6 First Edition Dark Machamp Holo, sold for $55, our best offer. We got a First Edition Abra. I love this Abra card too. Sold for about $4. Near Mint, Dark Slowbro, lightly played, sold for $3. I'm gonna skip that. Near Mint, Pokemon Team Rocket Complete, 48 out of 82 cards of non-holo common and uncommon set, sold for $60. That's always my favorite way to start off a vintage set, is just buy all the commons and uncommons like that in one big lot, because it gets so expensive buying them individually. Get as many as you can. I always try to even get the non-holo rares if possible, so that way you just have to focus on the holo rares. Next, we got a PSA 8 Dark Alakazam Holo, sold for $51 plus $5 in shipping. We got another Dark Dragonite Unlimited in a PSA 9, sold for $250. Rocket Sneak Attack Holo, PSA 8, sold for $44, best offer. Here we go. We got a First Edition Dark Dragonite PSA 7, sold for only $150. I feel like that's not terrible. All right, there's a Grimer. We got a Dark Dragonair from EX Team Rocket. Love that card. Here's the Dark Vile Plume, PSA 9. This is the non-holo, sold for $35. Dark Gyarados Holo pre-release stamp says $20. Dark Golbat non-holo, $6. We got a First Edition Dark Machamp here, PSA 8, sold for $80. Bunch more non-hollows. We got the first edition Dark Alakazam and Lightly Played, sold for 13 bucks non-hollow. Here we got the Dark Charizard non-hollow. So there's a non-hollow and hollow version. Sold for about $70 in a BGS 8. I just love those Becca cases. So clean. Dark Slowbro on auction, sold for 25 bucks, hollow. Another one of those sets with all the commons. The Rainbow Energy hollow, damage $4. Got the Dark Hypno, Lightly Played near mint, sold for 19 bucks. I think I'm the most excited for the Team Rocket set because we're probably going to get, dark Pokemon. And with illustration rares and special illustration rares, I feel like they're going to be nuts. So I think that will be the best set, if I had to guess right now, over Surging Sparks and the Partners Pokemon set. Another Dark Dragonite, moderately played. There's a Dark Blastoise non-hollow, sold for 12 bucks. The Dark Dragonite was 11. Here we got a CGC 9.5 first edition Dark Dragonite hollow with a swirl, sold for $449. Pretty solid. Such a nice Dragonite card. Then we got a PSA 8, Here Comes Team Rocket. First edition, non-hollow, sold for 15 bucks. CGC 8.5 Dark Magneton, sold for about 20 bucks. Hollow. Dark Magneton non-hollow model you played. And it's funny, I clicked hollow rare too, and they just keep popping up with all these non-hollows. First edition Dark Dugtrio in a PSA 8 non-hollow, sold for 10 bucks. We got a Rocket Sneak Attack first edition in a 9, sold for 45. First edition Dark Weezing in an 8 PSA, sold for about 70. PSA 9 first edition Dark Vileplume sold for 80. Another PSA 8, so somebody sold their entire collection off here. Sold for about 60 bucks for that Dark Magneton. That card is so hard to grade. It's got one of the worst hollows to grade. Like, it's so easy to scratch that thing. Next, we got the Dark Machamp in an 8. First edition sold for about 56 bucks. Then we got a first edition Dark Dugtrio in a 9, sold for 120 best offer, and an 8. First edition Dark Gyarados sold for 65 bucks. Now we're going to go to the top like we always do, and then we're going to go highest priced. So let's see here. We got a first edition Dark Magneton in a PSA 10 low pop, sold for $7,000 on June 13th. On June 27th, we got a first edition Dark Raichu, first ever secret rare in a PSA 10, sold for $5,678. On July 15th, we got a PSA 10 first edition Dark Charizard with a swirl, sold for $3,899 at best offer. So the Dark Raichu was worth way more than the first edition Dark Charizard, which is pretty crazy. Then we got another first edition Dark Charizard. Looks like the same day, might be the same card. Nope, different sellers. Sold for $3,750 your best offer. We got a Gold Star Torchic that shouldn't be in there. Another first edition Dark Charizard sold for $3,400. We got a PSA 9. Oh, no hollow error. Wow. Dark Dragonite sold for $2,850. And then here we go. We got a first edition hollow Dark Dragonite in a PSA 10 sold for $2,700. There's a Blastoise. Then on August 11th, we got the first edition Dark Blastoise in a 10 sold for $2,250. Ooh, we got a CGC Pristine 10. This is a first edition Dark Charizard, the non-hollow, sold for about $2,000. Then to end it off, we got a complete first edition Team Rocket set with all the hollows, sold for $1,852. And I do think these cards are going to start going up in price. Next, we are checking the Team Rocket packs. So we got a heavy, says unlimited, sold for $385. We got a 21 gram first edition, sold for $345. We got a first edition 21 plus gram, $405. Another first edition 21 plus gram, $405. Unopened, sealed, looks a little rough, sold for $180. Then we got another one here, sold for about $215. A lot of sales. I mean, this is just, we're on August 24th right now. We got a first edition booster pack, says heavy question mark 20.9, so right on the line there. Sold for $370. Another first edition Team Rocket pack, sold for about $340. I love the Gyarados artwork. We got a long crib pack here, sold for $200. Another regular pack, looks pretty damaged, sold for $167. First edition 20.6, C note on condition, $297. Ooh, we got an EX Team Rocket pack. Love that artwork. $700 for a loose pack. Super crazy. I do not have anything EX Team Rocket sealed, which is very disappointing. I have opened it before. I actually opened the set on release, believe it or not, but yeah, I didn't keep anything from that set. All right, next we got a first edition. Again, the Gyarados art. Sold for $299, another $199. First edition $299, Jesse and James. Another Gyarados regular $200. So it looks like to get a regular pack, it's going to be about $200. And to get into the heavies, it's going to be around $350 probably. So to get a clean one. It's just crazy to think a pack can cost that much. All right, we are checking the last sales for Team Rocket Returns, one of my all-time favorite sets. In my opinion, these cards blow the regular Team Rocket out of the water. I mean, look at this. Rocket Snorlax here. Such a nice card. Does not say condition, sold for $399 or best offer. We got a moderately played Suicune EX. Top 3 favorite Suicune card. Sold for $104. We got a Rockets Scissor EX. Beautiful card. And a PSA 9 sold for $340. We got the Rocket Zapdos EX and a PSA 7 sold for $140. We got the Rocket Sneasler EX sold for $130. We got a PSA 7 Rocket Zapdos sold for $140. Another PSA 7 Rocket Sneasel sold for $130. The Rocket Scizor in a PSA 8 sold for $225. Ooh, that Moltres card. In a PSA 8 sold for $213. And the Articuno in an 8 sold for $207. Honestly, not a bad price for these cards. I really thought they'd be a little more. The PSA 10s are just insane, but not too bad. I am collecting this set. I think I have maybe 4 of these guys so far that I've just gotten in lots, but it's definitely on the list. So we got a regular Rockets Mewtwo here. Does not say condition, sold for $165. PSA 8 Rockets Articuno, $240. A lot of sales. Wow. We got a PSA 7 Rockets Snorlax, $475. The Rockets Mewtwo EX and a CGC 8 sold for $415. Another Scizor and a CGC 8.5 sold for $200. Ooh, we got the Rockets Suicune and a PSA 8 sold for $400. A PSA 6 Snorlax sold for $340. We got the Rockets Scyther and a CGC 5.5 sold for $80. Honestly, not terrible. We got a CGC 5.5 for a Sneasel for $60. There's my boy Hitmonchan. PSA 9, $310. This set is just insane. I cannot wait till this set is done and in my binder, looking all nice. But yeah, a lot of sales. And honestly, if you wanted to get one, I mean, even the Rocket Zapdos in a PSA 7 was only $177, but I think the cheapest one is probably the Sneasel EX. Looks like it sold for $130, but again, the Zapdos right above it sold for $140. So yeah, probably the Sneasel, the Scizor, and it looks like maybe the Zapdos are the 3 cheapest. But again, I'm seriously obsessed with these cards. Next, we are checking some Call of Legends cards. Love these shinies right here. So we got a heavily played Ho-Oh for $45 or best offer. We got the Lugia in a PSA 8 sold for $520 or best offer. We got the Suicune in lightly played sold for $85 or best offer. We got the Kyogre. You know what sucks? I used to have this Kyogre card in a PSA 10. Man, one of the few cards I really regret trading, and I traded it for other collectibles that weren't even Pokemon. So it's very disappointing every time I see that card. I do have it now in near mint condition raw, but it still makes me mad when I look at it. But $70 for that card, not bad. Does not say condition though. Again, another shiny Suicune, lightly played, sold for $97. We got a Dialga right here. $115 or best offer, says played. Then we got the Palkia for $110 or best offer, does not say condition. We got the Rayquaza here, $106. We got the Groudon lightly played for $65 or best offer. That's probably our cheapest sale so far. Then we got the Rayquaza in a 6 for $187. Another PSA 6 for $122. Pretty crazy price difference for the exact same card. 1 day apart. We got the Kyogre lightly played, $110 or best offer. Here we got a moderately played Dialga right here for $40. PSA 9 Suicune for about $325. So the Dialga for $24, doesn't say condition. We got a lightly played Deoxys for $50. So probably the Dialga, Palkia, and the Deoxys are the 3 cheapest ones we've seen. And then we got the Lugia right here, 145 or best offer. Shiny Suicune, PSA 8, 150. There's the Entei. Sold for $34, does not say condition. And there's the Raikou. I was trying to get all of them in here. Sold for $60. Again, does not say condition. Anything else that we missed? Like I said, there is not that many cards. Here's another Raikou for about $80. Yep, I think that's about it. Just wanted to make sure we hit one of each of the cards at least. So, yeah, I love this set. Not that many cards. Pretty unique. All legendary Pokemon. All shiny. You really cannot go wrong. All right, next, checking crystal cards. There was like no sales on eBay in the last week. We just got the reverse holo here of Crobat. Sold for $152 for best offer. And then the last was the PSA 9 Charizard, sold on August 18th for $7,768. Next, checking Gold Star Pokemon. We got the Delta Species Mew here, World Championship, sold for $129 or best offer. We got the Pikachu Gold Star. Says Fire card, $600. Love that condition description. Next, we got a PSA 6 Torchic Gold Star, sold for $930 or best offer. Then we got a Gold Star Pikachu in a PSA 6, sold for $905. We got a PSA 7 Gold Star Vaporeon, sold for $550. We got the Umbreon here in a PSA 7, sold for $4,000 or best offer. We got the Gold Star Registeel here in a PSA 9, sold for $960. We got a PSA 1 Mew Gold Star, sold for $335. We got the Latias Gold Star, says $1,300 or best offer. Does not say condition, but must be pretty clean. We got a Beckett 7 Gold Star Charizard, sold for $21.99 or best offer. We got a PSA 9 Reggie Ice, sold for $955. Gold Star Kyogre in a PSA 8, sold for $825 or best offer. We got a Gold Star Jolteon here, sold for $270. So good amount of sales, a lot of Gold Stars. All right, to end it off, we are checking Shining cards. So on the 28th, we got a first edition Shining Gyarados and a Beckett 4.5 sold for $490. We got an unlimited Shining Raichu and an 8 PSA sold for $345. We got a PSA 1 Shining Mewtwo Unlimited sold for $200. We got an unlimited Shining Noctowl, some random company I don't know, in an 8 sold for $122. We got a PSA 6 first edition Shining Mewtwo sold for $800. We got an unlimited Shining Steelix in a PSA 1 sold for $160. We got an unlimited Shining Celebi in a 3 sold for $165. We got a Shining Noctowl Unlimited in an 8 sold for $210. It's not bad. Then we got a Shining T-Tar in a 9 sold for $550. Unlimited Shining Raichu, moderately played though, $175. CGC 3, old label. Shining Charizard Unlimited. Says high subs, which is kind of funny to see on a CGC 3. Sold for $500. A Shining Gyarados, slightly played, moderately played Unlimited, sold for $275. We got a first edition PSA 9 Shining Magikarp, sold for $700. We got a Shining Mewtwo Unlimited, lightly played, sold for $305. Another unlimited Shining Mewtwo in a PSA 5, sold for $305. Shining Steelix Unlimited, probably the easiest Shining card to get, along with Noctowl, sold for $158 or best offer with $20 in shipping. We got an Ace Grading Shining Magikarp Unlimited, sold for $225. We got an unlimited Shining Kabutops in a PSA 9, sold for $340. There we go. We got an unlimited Shining Noctowl in a PSA 5 for $102. Definitely your cheapest card. We got a Shining Magikarp in a PSA 9, sold for $350. And we're on August 23rd right now. Like, it's wild. The amount of sales for these cards is pretty crazy. Again, we got a PSA 6 Shining Mewtwo Unlimited, $285. And to end it off, we got a CGC Basic 10 of a unlimited Shining Charizard, sold for $2,700 for best offer. So many awesome cards. But yeah, that was today's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. If there is any other cards that you think we should add to these grails at the end of the video, I'm totally down, because I just want to take a deep dive into a certain set in the beginning, and then at the end we'll just check all of these grails of their last recent sales of the last week. So let me know down below what you guys want to see, and we will add it to the list. And then also, if you guys do like this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a like and comment. It honestly helps so much. And if you do leave a comment, I do comment back to every single person. I feel like it's the least I can do. And if you want to support even more, you can now join my membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great morning. And if you want to watch my last Pokemon What If Wednesday, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.